So here's another little tutorial on multi-channel effects. This is a technique that I like to use sometimes. It's actually pretty similar to the multi-timbre effect setup, but instead this is more about effects. So for instance, let's say, yeah, I'll choose this one. I have this pad that I like. I'm going to just make a very simple kind of drone. Maybe make it 2C then B. Let's see how this sounds. Yeah, there we go. Slow down. So one of the ways that I like to approach spatial sound sometimes is really think about it as exploding, kind of exploding out normal ways that you would normally work. So for instance, if I had this sound, I may want to add a reverb and a delay and a bunch of different effects. And usually it's all the same, going to the same speakers. But if I start to mix up which sounds and which effects go to different speakers, you start to get other really dynamic results. So just to get us started, I'm going to go, well, let's just use this reverb. I don't like the Ableton reverb so much, but let's make a long one, whatever. Let's keep it wet. And instead of audio to your master, let's change your audio outputs here to external out. And let's go to 5 and 6. This one, I'm going to keep it 1 and 2. Delay, let's do something a little bit more. Let's add something to the delay. Let's add an erosion maybe. Add an erosion to this. Let's add another return track. And I think that's probably enough for now. Let's send this erosion delay to external outputs 3 and 4. And let's turn this one into, let's do a grain delay. Okay, let's maybe go up an octave and something around that. And let's get the outputs to 7 and 8. So at the moment, when I press play, we have the raw synth going here to outputs 1 and 2. We have a reverb to 5 and 6. We have an erosion delay to 3 and 4. And then we have a grain delay to 7 and 8. Oh, I gotta raise these. Ah, that sounds really nice. And again, walk around, spin around, see what the experience is like in different parts of the room. Each part of the room has its own story, and it's important when working on pieces like this to really try to experience as many of those stories as you can, so you know what it's going to be like for your audience, because the audience is not going to be in this one sweet spot all the time. That sounded really nice. I'm going to try it with a sound that's like maybe a little bit more percussive. Let's do that one. Ah, that's really interesting too. Because now the sound is like starting in one place. It starts to like do this high-pitched, weird kind of granular delay here, the erosion delay, and then just reverb space. Yeah, that sounds really good. Let's add a drum beat to that. Just curious. Let's put a kick through this all. Ooh, interesting. Really interesting sense of space with these drums. Okay. That is a quick tutorial on, what did I say, multi-channel effects.